Funny how funny isn't funny now. Funny now is never waking up. Forehead forward like a boat's bound, pushing offshore, heading towards the cup. Rubbing eyes open, slow the sunlight. Down in the basement there's a chair. On the porch, see, they brought the morning paper. That's good news as long as it stays out there. Too much candy last night lately. Might save the world, but it sure won't save me. There's 3 words remind me of my shadow, and the one Wendy sold to Peter Pan. They're the reason I will never grow up into a man. Those 3 words are waiting out my window, staring into me like a looking glass. When I sleep, I dream an innuendo, embarrassed in front of my class. Too much candy last night lately. Might save the world, but it sure won't save me. When I was 3, there was a tree smaller than me. Now I'm climbing up its branches to the top. When I'm free beneath it, won't you bury me? It's on its way to heaven, it won't stop. Once I read a poem about a blue rose that only grows where love's been made. Sweeter smell no one knows. Hope somebody plants one on my grave. Too much candy last night lately. Might save the world, but it sure won't save me. Candy last night lately. Might save the world, but it sure won't save me. How's everybody doing tonight? Rise and shine. I know people are all off schedule. You know, I know a lot of people that have lost their schedule. Somebody came in last night at about 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning. I was still going because we were having such a good time, and he was like, I fell asleep at 8 o'clock, fell asleep. And so yeah, it was good morning for him, like 3 in the morning. Sleeping at weird times, drinking at weird times, eating at weird times. I shouldn't have eaten all the candy. I mean, what if we really do get like, man, I should have bought more candy. What if, because I stocked up on all the life preserving things I think we're good, we're set, but I didn't get enough candy. I didn't get enough candy. Oh no. I was worried about that. I was eating spaghetti before I went live, And I actually thought to myself, I should joke about how I was just eating spaghetti, but I want to play harmonica anyways. And you really got to clean these are $50 a piece. I've just learned this. So I got all these harmonicas here with bad holes and stuff. And this isn't a pitch for money, because even if you donated me $1,000, I still would play this until there was only one hole standing, because $50 is ridiculous. I would play it if when it got down to right now. I think a piece of I think a piece of spaghetti went into one of these holes. Hopefully, it just ricocheted off. That was close. I thought I did a pretty good job cleaning my mouth out, but right there, I was laughing and playing at the same time, and there was a piece of spaghetti in there that time forgot. I mean, we still have plenty of, beans and raisins. I mean, but the snacks, getting a little desperate on the snacks. I mean, we won't die, but boy, we got some new parts for the songs today. They keep rolling in. I love that the plan's working, and we have so many more ideas and songs being written. My wife and I just watched Reed Mathis sing a song I wrote called You and Me, Babe. And I think before I webcasted earlier today, no one had ever even heard that song except for maybe a show at Lost Sierra Hoedown. It's the only time it's ever been sung anywhere. And so it was pretty amazing to see it. Just he caught it on my webcast, and he learned it and then played it on his webcast tonight. And we were watching, and it was so beautiful. But then we have, these songs I put on the website for people to play along to. nathansland.com/HFRA, Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. You can go there, download the track, and then play to it in your recording software, GarageBand, or whatever you got. You'd be surprised, even, non-musicians out there, if you have an iPhone, you probably have a little studio in there called GarageBand. And you could make some noise. Just make a noise and send it in. We'll work the Hollywood magic on this end. Just make a noise. I'll send it to Brian. He'll make a whole orchestra out of the one note. You could go, and give it to Brian, give him about 10 minutes, and all of a sudden you sound like a million angels. True story. So check those files out, download it. There's going to be more songs going up in the days to come. We're also all writing a song together. I guess it behooves me to learn it. I contributed a couple lines, and we got some cool mixes. Here's where the song started. Jordan sent this to us first, and now every day we're getting add-ons to the tune coming in the inbox or on the text message chain. And so now the idea, I think Sam Chase was saying earlier, that we should get everybody that we can get to write a verse and to sing it, maybe even film themselves singing it, send it in, and we'll stitch them all together into like a 45-minute long song. And we could even put the basic track that everybody sings to on the website for people to download, so it's not even that chaotic. It could be just unbelievable. Everybody's singing to the basic karaoke rhythm track that we create of the song, but you're writing your own verses, and then we just stitch them together, easy peasy, and make make the longest folk song ever, written by actual folks. We could be in the Guinness Book here, folks. All right, if I say folks one more time, throw your phone at the wall. All right, I was going to play you some of the song. I forgot what I was doing.
Well, we may be apart, but we are not alone. Shout out the windows, pick up the phone.
Shout out the windows. That's my line. I added that one. Sometimes people sing shout from the windows, and I'm like, it's good, but not out's better. Shout out the windows. Break them.
We may be apart, but we're not alone. Shout out the windows and pick up the phone. Raise a glass to each other from the comfort of home. Oh, we may be apart, but we're not alone. We may be apart.
I don't even know how that happened. What? Here we go.
Shout out the windows and pick up the phone. Raise a glass to each other from the comfort of home. Oh, we may be apart, but we're not alone. We've traveled this world. We've we've all been picked up.
What is it? What is it?
Needed a hand. Oh, we've been knocked down and
For taking a stand. For taking a stand. I love that line. Now, this came in today. No, wait. This isn't the one.
But we're never alone, 'cause we shot from
Mr. Davis, you're having fun with that recording.
Yes, ma'am. We still are.
Yeah, we may be apart, but we're never alone. 'Cause we shout from the windows and we pick up the phone. Raise a glass to each other in the comfort of home. Yeah, we may be apart, but we're never alone. When the distance has grown an unbearable size, any plans that you had have been compromised, just remember that backwards ain't the way the time flies.
What a great line. Who wrote that?
Yeah, we may be apart, but we're never alone. 'Cause we shout from the windows
Not from.
and we pick
Out.
up the phone. Raise a glass to each other from the comfort of home. Yeah, we may be apart, but we're never alone. Yeah, we may be apart, but we're never alone.
Man, I haven't even learned the song myself yet. I can't even help teach it until I. Maybe apart, but we're never alone. Shout out the window, pick up your phone. I'll get it. But yeah, with everybody, start working on your verse. You got time. No pressure. No pressure. Oh my goodness. I'm on the big screen in Charlottesville, Virginia. What a big, your TV's huge. No matter how, look how big it is. Wow. Oh, wait, someone's stealing my TV from the inside. If I could just get out of here. All right, well, who knows what's going to happen tonight. I'm sure there's some parts in the inbox there. I heard tell that I've been sent some stuff, so we'll drag in whatever parts have been sent. I did see earlier, I haven't heard them yet, but Chris Lynch sent in some violins for Come Over, which is really exciting news. All right, any requests to get started? How about I think people are just waking up out there. Good morning, star screwers, moon chewers, horn blowers. Looky what grew, what seed took hold. Spring peepers, deep sleepers, tiny grain of a true believer's been planted by a toll. Let's get this show on the road. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on a rollaway bed. Whoa. A-E-I-O-U, an explanation. I leapt beneath your tree, but you were just up out of reach. I slept beneath and dreamt about us falling, landing in a sentence right at the writer's feet.
Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on a roadway bed. We sat a while at the end of the rainbow. What they say isn't true, still there's something you don't know. From the sheets we made a sail, just waited for the wind to blow. Now we're hopping north and back and forth on our own little tornado. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on the roadway bed. Whoa, show enders, mind benders, garden rolls and legal tenders. Someday we'll look back and say, oh, what a run. Heart sailors, soul sailors, prisons of the mind bailers. Cuddle up, this puddle's got room for everyone. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on the rollaway bed. Oh, everybody. Just getting warmed up. We're just getting warmed up. Loosen it up. Tune up those kazoos, everybody. Let's get them tuned up. Get the orchestra in tune. Everybody tuned up. It's still my dream that someday I'm going to play Carnegie Hall. But not only that, everybody that comes to the show will bring an instrument and be my orchestra. The Morchestra. When you buy your ticket, you'll have to decide which section you want to sit in. I want to sit in the string section. Oh, I got front row in the string section. Of course, we're going to put the rhythm in the balcony. Let them deal with everybody with their egg shakers. I mean, what harm could a cute little thing like this do? I mean, really. What? Such a cute, I mean, this isn't dangerous. There's nothing dangerous. I mean, it's just a little egg. So Lex sent in a bass part for Come Over, and that sounded pretty amazing. But before he did that, he was posting on TikTok. Well, not really. His daughter was posting on TikTok, but she showed him how to do it. He shared this TikTok and said it was the feel-good story of the day. Yeah.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Actually, hit fiasco sometimes, so I can only see.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. hippiefiasco.com/video/record.
hippiefiasco.com/the-record. All right, so what should they play on, everybody? Anybody have any thoughts? Well, if y'all wanted to start with something easy, Roll Away Bed is pretty easy.
Marco, angle the camera down a little bit
So you can see your fingers.
Good morning, star screwers, moon chewers, horn blowers. Look at what grew, what the seed took hold. Spring peepers, deep sleepers, the tiny grain of a true believer's been planted by a toe. Let's get this show on the road. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on a rollaway bed. A-E-I-O-U, an explanation. I leapt beneath your tree, but you were just about to reach. I slept beneath and dreamt about us falling and landing in a sentence right at the rider's feet. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go.
He's playing a bed.
Full speed ahead on the rollaway bed. We sat a while at the end of the rainbow. What they say isn't true, still there's something you don't know. From the sheets we made a sail and waited for the wind to blow. Now we're hopping north and back and forth on our own little tornado. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on a rollaway bed.
Zachary! All right, Silas, I resemble that remark.
So sailors, hardtailers, prisons of the mind bailers, cuddle up, this puddle's got room for everyone. Show enders, mind benders, garden rules and legal tender. Someday we'll look back and say, oh, what a run. Giddy up, don't look down, I'm letting go. Full speed ahead on the rollaway bed.
Mm-hmm. I resemble that remark. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was goodness. what year was that? 2011, 2010, 10 years ago. It was like 10 years. It's unbelievable. Doesn't feel like it at all. In fact, time maybe did go backwards. Maybe we're all 10 years younger in some way now than we were then. I don't know. I'm sure that's true. All right, I'm going to open up that song and see what this new violin part sounds like. But I don't know. Seeing that ukulele, and then the ukulele is just right here beside me. I was like, oh. I like my dramatic close-up of the finger picking. Some amazing film work there. I should try something on the ukulele. I've never played on the ukulele. The original Fiasco, we were live 24/7. I don't know if anybody had ever done that before, but we were touring the country live, webcasting 24 hours a day. So we know a thing or two. If you have any questions about webcasting, fire away, because we lived and breathed it. What did you do when you were sleeping? Well, that was some of the funnest nights. We would, spend a good half hour some nights creating the scene for the camera to look at while we slept. And, yeah. So forgive me, too, if I come in here without a prepared show or without a set list and I start singing songs and I forget the words and then I have to Google my own words and then, it's a fiasco here. And we're just winging it like birds. Here's a sort of new one. Brian and I recorded this for my new record. Never played it on the ukulele, though. It's ukulele. It all seems so bright to me, like a room lit forever by a spark. I didn't know there were things I couldn't see. I didn't even know it was dark. A sign in the distance was showing me my aim was to leave a mark. I thought the moon was glowing, see, I didn't even know it was dark. Studied the lines of a poet's smile. I traced her and drew out her heart, the kind that's drawn by a little child. I didn't even know it was dark. I was betting the bigger blind, folded like a crane in the park. Drunk it all, tastes like shine. I didn't even know it was dark. So I fell my way through a twisted maze, headlong into a dead end from the start. I didn't know that those were the brighter days. I didn't even know it was dark. There's a list of things I'll never know, like how to stop clapping once I start. Still in the back row, shouting, bravo! I didn't even know it was dark. guess you could say I've seen the light. Yeah, I saw as the light tore me apart and poured from me the deepest night. I didn't even know it was dark. After all, it was all just talk. Twice I'd been right, but on a lark. Quite like a broken clock. I didn't even know it was dark. 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 This happened earlier today, and it was so fun. Wow, that was really, really cool. Really, really cool. All right, well, what should we do now? I guess we could always... Oh, you know what that means, kids. It's time. It's time to play a game. Oh, and here comes the Game Bear with the game box. All right, thank you so much. What kind of game do we have today? Oh my goodness. Connect 4! Yes! Oh, I love this game. Connect 4. Okay, we need somebody out there willing to play with me a game of Connect 4. Let's take a look here in the chat and see who might be willing to play. It's been a while. Man, I'm so impressed. You gotta admit, Lex is completely crushing that TikTok there. His daughter's trying to keep up with him, as far as I can tell, in that piece. Okay, let's see here. I got the song open. And let's just go ahead. Here's the part that Lex sent in earlier, the bass part. Last night we got this felt piano from Chris Lynch. Bobcat Rob sent in this Rhodes part, and I can't wait to sift through these. Brad Barr sent 2 awesome tracks of screaming, just crying guitar feedback, basically. But it's so good, and it's going to be hard. We're going to have to pick and choose moments. They don't work together for sure. It's all about, he just threw us a whole palette's worth of colors, and we can paint whatever we want with them. We can do what we want. And but Chris sent in a violin to go with it. So let's see here. Logic. I need piano music for these moments. Yep. Nathan Moore song, violin. All right. We're just going to... Oh, I don't know if... Is that line... Well, maybe. Maybe he waited a while to come in. See, that's good. See what he did there? Like he exported his part from the very beginning, which is what I want you to do. That way we can drag it in and it's just going to line up. Even if you just like decide to squeak a door on the very final hit, like you're just like, I want to hear a door slam right there. And you recorded door slamming. Don't just send me the little 2 seconds of the door slamming. Send me the whole thing, the whole 4 minutes with a little door slam at the end. Oh, I'm here like waving my mouse around like it's my hands and I'm being super expressive. Like, even if you want a door slam right here, but it's all under me. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm going to crank this up a little bit just so we can hear it. It'll probably be too loud for the mix, but let's have it poke out at us at first. So anybody out there can be playing on this song. You go to nathansland.com/HFRA, download any tracks from any of the songs that are there, and record a part and send it on in. All the instructions are there on the page to help you. nathansland.com. All right, here we go. This song is called Come Over. I really want some harmonies for the chorus. I'd love it. The On Your Waist, Bring Me Back a Pack, Cover Me and I Will Get You Back. I can't wait. I hope some people send in some harmonies for that. Wait, is that? No. Trying to figure out where that hiss is coming from. The brightness.
The way you say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over.
Here it comes. Yeah.
We can watch a movie on.
Okay. Brad's up a little loud. It's hurting my ears a little bit. I can already tell I love that violin though. Woo! Got quite a bit of hiss here on the roads. I know all these are being. Oh, it's so good though. See, I don't want to take the air out of those nice high notes, but I don't know how to leave it there. Maybe some engineer. See, if I go all the way up, there's all that. See, I'm just taking frequencies out here for people that aren't musicians that don't do this. It's just like the frequency dials on your radio, high to low. And that, those low notes are low frequencies. So if I just leave in that low frequency, so you just hear that note. Pretty cool, huh? Now we'll bring back in the highs. This is all a Hammond organ is doing too, sort of, as you move the knobs in and out, just sort of bringing frequencies in. Okay, I'm geeking out.
When you come over, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over. Sometimes nothing, never more. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pack? Cover me, and I will get you back. Come over.
Nice stuff about to happen here. Beautiful piano.
2,000 miles. When you get here, we can walk a while or sit out on the rooftop and smoke and smile. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pad? Cover me and I will get you back. When you come over, when you come over.
It's like the coolest last note of a song of all time. I love it. I love it. I want to do something here just for fun. Another thing I guess you should keep in mind as you tune into Hippie Fiasco Rides again, like I was saying earlier, not only do I not come on with like a prepared, entertaining show for you, trying to captivate you, but from my old Hippie Fiasco Rides again experience, I found that it actually serves of some use just to be here, just to hang out. If I have a task and I'm playing with this mix or whatever, I'm just sort of, holding down the porch. You guys make yourselves comfortable. People get to playing games and chatting and stuff in the chat and getting to know each other. And, sometimes it can be good for that. Just hold it down. I learned all this doing it 24/7. So we definitely, we tried to be entertaining, of course, but really, that wasn't necessarily the point. So, with that in mind, I want to try an experiment. I said that just to say, yeah, because I was thinking I'd like to hear just the parts that I've gotten in the last 2 days by themselves. This is just, let me hide all these things that are muted. Hide. Don't worry, we'll come look for you. You go hide, we'll count to 50, and I swear we'll come look for you, okay? All right, go hide. All right, I'm going to mute all the stuff that came before. This is a band that just started yesterday. They got a new song out apparently. Just want to drop it on you here. They're called the Honorable Thieves, and they have a new hit single that just released on the interwebs today. And here they are, the Honorable Thieves. Here, wait. This might help make everything is about to make way more sense. Everything is about to make way more sense. Including, why did they all have lava lamps?
Just across town, 2,000 miles. When you get here, we can just walk a while, or sit out on the rooftop and smoke and smile. When you come over,
if I was to make a speech, everybody be that classic echo. Like, today. From Hippie Hill, we embark upon a great endeavor. For those that don't know, they're just tuning in. Maybe they heard about it on the newswire. What is the hippie fiasco? What's going on? We're going on a 4-month spontaneous tour of America. We don't have any gigs booked. We want to play your house, your park. Anyway, we just need people to host the fiasco. The host is the missing link, the ingredient. Hey there.
I'm tired of slowing down, I'm tired of waiting around, I'm tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lessons, I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? Into these screens and a million jelly beans. Now I'm coughing up a coffin, driving nails lazily. I might dream up a mountain on the wings of such an ocean, just a pair of ragged claws on the bottom of the ocean. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And No one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? Tired of slowing down, I'm tired of waiting round, I'm tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lessons, I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. But it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts?
All right, take two. Take two. Hold on. That's no fair. Hold on. I need to come back to that. It always happens. I always every time I'm actually um like good entertainment, I hit the wrong button somewhere along the way. It's like, oh, that was a really good one-liner. What good timing. What way to what just perfect inflection. Oh, really? Great. I had sound effects and everything. Oh my gosh, that's the story of my life right there. Mm, I don't know. I think it's just my job to witness the magic. I'm not really. Maybe make some from time to time, but catch it. I don't know. I don't even know if anybody. I can't do that. This just in, breaking news here at Hippie Fiasco headquarters. We have a new part for the song. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Clark from the northeastern part of the United States has sent in a guitar track for Come Over. The cool thing I think about that, one of the many cool things, I haven't heard it yet. You haven't heard it yet. Nobody's heard this yet. But before we took that station break, we were just exploring this song, and I just muted all of my guitars. I just muted all my guitars before we went to the station break, and in that time we have in the inbox, I already pulled it in while we were watching that video. This is in the inbox from Nathan Clark. It's funny because he sent me the link, and I didn't know who it was, so I wrote back immediately. I was like, who is this? Because it just had their email. It didn't have their name anywhere, and their email didn't really sound like a real name. So this is Nathan Clark. Let's see what he did. He might have hooked us up. Maybe I can just leave my guitars out of this for now, although this guy's probably going to want to come in. We'll see. You might want that guy. Ah. Yeah, he kicked us right off. Yeah. Oh, it's playing Go with the Roads.
The way you say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move. Reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over. We can watch a movie on the floor. We can order things, they will bring them to the door. Always something, sometimes nothing, never more. When you come over.
I got to stop and say, right, Josh? In the chat, he says, how did Lex get cleaner? He's doing it differently than we are. I ate all the candy in the house last night, and he looks like he went to the gym. He looks like he built a candy factory or something. He looks like he built a fence or something last night. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing right over there? I asked him that when we were chatting earlier, because he looked good when he was calling in earlier. Speaking of calling in, I wonder if we should open up the new face chat lines. Yeah, we should probably do that here in a second. But hey, if I do open up the lines, I might just cut it off at any moment. So don't get upset, or feel hurt on any level. It's just sort of showman me, and I'm still getting my brain around how to get back and forth between things and communicate with everybody, and keep it somewhat entertaining. I know everything I just said before, I'm now going back against. Welcome to my world.
Hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pad? Cover
It's sounding good, Nathan. I like that. Yeah, that's Nathan on guitar. Why does that guy talk about himself in the third person? It's freaking me out. Go, Nathan. Go, Nathan. Sounding great, Nathan. Oh, Nathan, that is so good. Wow. How did you even do that?
when you come over.
But it really does sound good, Nathan. Oh, it's so good. I love it. It's funny. I was just sitting here because of that bite of spaghetti I just took. I had this complete vivid flashback of Mom not letting me swim for, I forget how long it was, but it was a certain number of minutes after I'd eaten. And, if I'd had a little lunch or something, and, all right, well, you can't get back into 30 minutes. It was either like 5 or, I can't remember if I'm confusing like Adult Swim with this rule, but I remember this rule was very strict. You cannot go back in the pool for 30 minutes after you've eaten because you'll get a cramp. You'll cramp up. I bet that's not even true, but I live by that. And if I had had kids, I probably would have told them the same. I would have passed that on down just in case, And but it just hit me because I ate that bite of spaghetti and I said to myself, all right, you can't play harmonica now for 10 minutes. And I said that to myself, and I was like, I bet that's because mom. Remember when mom used to, you can't get in the pool for 10 minutes. You'll cramp up and you'll drown. You will die. No, you sit right down there and digest that food. You will cramp up. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But I just had a bite. I swear I just had a bite of the sandwich. Just a bite. 30 minutes. And I will get you back. When you come over. When you come over. Man, how about that? How about that? Nathan Clark. You know, and I've been trying to figure out where the Rhodes sits in the mix for a while, and your guitar part really sort of helped me with that. It seemed to immediately make more sense. It's fascinating and wonderful. Well, there you go. So yeah, folks out there, if you want to play along, even if you don't know how, you can figure it out. You got time. And it's just this easy. You go to nathansland.com like that. Of course, you don't already have a shortcut, but still. nathansland.com. And we're in here. This is where you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. That's what I really want everybody to do. Please help us get to 1,000 viewers and 4,000 viewing hours by clicking subscribe. And then click on play all, hit mute, and walk away. Don't watch any of it. You don't want to know. But we do want the hours. We want the hours desperately. So please go click before you go to bed. Click subscribe at the YouTube channel. And we started out with 17 3 days ago. And so where are we? I haven't even looked yet today. 396. All right. Yeah, just click subscribe. Then go to videos, then click play all, just like that.
So what you asked
Then
is the hippie fiasco.
Then hit mute, and then walk away. Just walk away. Daggone it. Just walk away. That's all I ask. All right, so now the fun begins. Now here's tracks to download and play along to. Submit parts to Hippie Fiasco at nathansland.com. Download the files to play to by clicking where it says free in the playlists. Simply import the track into your recording software, line it up to the beginning, and play along. Then export your part, making sure to export 16-bit 44.1 hertz. Don't worry, they're in drop-down menus. You'll see it. From the very beginning of the song, even if you added just a fart just something to a later part of the song so it lines up on my end. Then send it to me. If you can, send a full resolution file, such as a WAV file. You might need to use something like WeTransfer or Dropbox. I made these links for those that don't know what I'm talking about. And send it to Hippie Fiasco at nathansland.com. And here you got Come Over. It's 120 beats per minute. That'll really help somebody that wants to remix these songs and wants to really drop a beat on one of these jams. Do it. I'd love to get a file and it comes in and it's like, it'd be sweet. It'd be a good Come Over needs that. And we also have Wild Buckskin by Willie T. Taylor that has some nice organ that was sent in. We did get a bass part. I'll upload that new mix with a bass part in there. And as we get new parts and there's new mixes, I will be updating these playlists with where the song is now, because I know some people will be listening on the webcast and be like, I know what I want to do with that piano right there. Then they get the mix and it doesn't have the new stuff in it. So I'll try to stay on top of that as much as possible. But that's all you got to do. Do your part. Just do your part. All right. That was all the prepared material. Here, why don't we just take a 3-minute break and then I'll sing a few songs and then we'll maybe think about firing up the lines and see what happens here.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and now I'm back on the flack. Don't look surprised that I'm still singing, 'cause you know I have the knack. Can you believe what you see? Bet you can't believe it's me. Did you think for just 1 second you'd be back to look at me? I will survive, I will survive, I will survive. Hey, hey.
Yep, it's only day four of quarantine or whatever, and we're already here. Hey, David, long time no see. Nephew, hey, hanging in there. We'll be right back, sing some live.
All day. They're sitting there sucking their thumbs. But no, he knew I was
You?
Well, who was it?
Really creepy. Chad would love him.
Go give me $10 for both of these. Okay, I got $10 going once, twice. Any other bids?
11.
11. Once, twice.
That song might merit a story, actually, because that I don't know if I tell this. I made these videos back in the day after we were done with the whole original Hippie Fiasco Rides Again experiment, and was sharing the record and stuff. But that right there. You know, we were touring the country playing webcasting 24 hours a day, and only playing where we were invited by people watching the webcast. People would go to our website and fill out a form, and they had to have $500, a bottle of Maker's Mark, places for all three of us to sleep, Liz Bunny, Chad Galactic, and me, and our cat had to be welcome. And if they had all those things, we were on our way. All right, we'll come play your backyard or wherever it was. And that little adventure ended up going all over America, playing all over the place. Wound up on the Relics rooftop and all kinds of little side adventures. Well, at one point along the way, I realized that there's this little town called Colon, Michigan, that was a place. There was a store there, I think in the 40s or something, Abbott's Magic Store. Now, I've been into magic even longer than I've been into music. Before I ever played any music, I was doing magic tricks for my family, and it's been a lifelong love. There was even a little stint there, probably, I don't know, before the fiasco, probably about 15 years ago, where I changed my name to Percy Boyd, and I was going to try to be the world's first sleight of hand musician. And I really spent months and months like trying to come up with this whole persona that was just this folk singer that doesn't do magic tricks. My vision wasn't that I would come out and be like, all right, here's a song and here's a magic trick, but it would be like I would be performing, and then like if I was playing with finger picks, I'd suddenly like go like that, and my finger picks would be on the other hand, or if I was sitting on a stool, I could levitate off the stool, trying to incorporate things. I'd take my guitar cord. I did this with ALO on stage once, and take my guitar cord and cut it with scissors and then wave my hand over it and fix it, and then the guitar would play again. So I was just really trying to go deep and create this whole thing. And I had this whole period in my life back here in Virginia after my band, The Musement, broke up, where I was trying to figure out what to do next. And I remember I ended up going on this road trip because I heard about this magic like yard sale, but it was like all these, it was on a bulletin board or something for magicians. And they were like, all right, here it is, where it's like a swap or sell your stuff. So I drove down there, and I got there a little late, and I'd missed everything except for this guy had this old box of magic catalogs and magazines. And I see these magazines, and I get the whole box. I think and he threw in. I wanted, my brain is scrambling because I could go so deep with this story, and nobody wants that. And I don't want that for sure. But I brought home the box, and in the box were all these old magazines and a bunch of props. It was like everything the guy didn't sell, he gave to me. I think he gave me this flower here that apparently is afraid of me every time I go to smell it. Ugh. But I have all these. I could run around and show you everything I got from that box. But I start opening these old magazines. These are like from the 40s, and it's all these. They have pages and pages of ads of magic tricks, and I just visually everything about it I just loved. I just can't even describe. And I started like cutting up the magazines and decoupaging them onto everything. Here's a decoupage pencil from the editor page. What's the date on this? No, it just says the Magazine of Magic. But I got pencils. I would make boxes. I have all kinds of Altoid tins, and I would sell them at my merch table. Altoid tins, all made out of these old things. Well, all these magazines came out of this store called Abbott's in the 40s. And so I just thought that was so cool. And I made these boxes. I had these magazines, yada, yada, yada. So we're doing the fiasco, and we're out there, and we're running around. And I was sort of running out. I had made so many boxes and pencils and stuff and sold so many of them that I was running out. And I was like, I'll never even get these again. Because these are like old vintage. I just happened on these by chance, and they sort of became part of my look. They were like they're like what Michael Jackson's glove is to him, these little magic ads and these magic boxes, and that was my glove. That was my look. That was my jam. And so at a certain point, I don't even know how I happened upon it, but somehow or another, I decided, because we're going through Michigan or something. I'm like, oh, that's where that store used to be. And so I just type in Abbott's or whatever into the magazine or into the Google, and lo and behold, not only does the store still exist, not only is it on our way, but they're about to hold their annual convention. Can you believe this? We are on the road. We actually have that weekend off. We're going that. I mean, this is the kind of magic that it's why you do it, folks. It's just inexplicable, and it's bound to happen with every leap of faith. It just does. It just always has. It just does. And but that's the jam, right? Why do I keep saying the jam? Where did I get that? I'm watching all these streams and being affected by. I'm being affected by so much these days. I don't even know who I really am. But daggone it, that's my jam. And so we do it. We go. All right, we're going to colon. We're into the colon, right, Chad? Into the colon. Here we go. We're going in. So we decide just to get the cheapest hotel we can find, set up our webcast. Of course, we're webcasting 24/7, and we're taking everybody with us. We're going into Colon, Michigan. Everybody knows how excited I am because I've been doing tricks and hawking my boxes on the webcast for months. And so we pull in there. And it just became this magic weekend. We hole up. We find the cheapest motel we can find, and they were really sweet. And we really hunkered down in there, and we decorated the room for the webcast, and then we went out into the world. And we go first, of course, to Abbott's Magic Store, and it was just like walking into history, and I just couldn't believe it. So I walk in there, but then we hear about this other magic store. There's another magic store in town. And I'm like, this town is smaller than Stanton. It's a tiny town. And we hear that there's this other magic store. And like, wow, this, because it's like become a tourist attraction because it was the magic capital of the world. It's where a couple of famous magicians lived there. Percy Abbott was Percy Abbott, but then Harry Blackstone lived there, and it became this like mysterious enclave. So there's 2 stores there. So I went to the other store. Now, as we're walking around town and we're checking out both stores, I'm like, wow, it's so cool that a town this size has 2 magic stores, because I travel for a living and I know how hard it is to find a legitimate magic store. It never happens. Even most big cities don't even have magic stores anymore. But here I am in this little town. There's 2 magic stores. Well, I start getting wind from the locals that there's actually some tension between the two stores. That Percy Abbott's family opened the other one or whatever because they lost the license. I don't know. I forget now, but it was so funny because as we started I became Geraldo Rivera basically. I was just like, all right, we're webcasting. There's a scandal here. I can feel it. I can smell this controversy. This is the story. I got to follow the story wherever it leads. I don't care. We're going. And so I started doing more in-depth interviews with both owners, asking them about the tension and stuff. And I'll never forget, like, walking up to this great restaurant they had where you could order on the sidewalk and stuff. And we're, like, walking down the sidewalk with the webcast. And the lady older lady's in the restaurant, she leans out the delivery window or the takeout window. And it's like, we've been watching you the whole day. They were watching us in the restaurant as I was interviewing the other stores and asking them the hard questions. Oh my God, I could keep going with this story. I could just tell you this story until the sun comes up. It would be easy to do, but I won't do that. But thanks for indulging me that much. But I do have to finish it off by saying we go to the convention where all these people are selling things. It's an auction for one. There's a whole auction part, which was so fun. We bid and won a couple of clown heads. Those ended up disappearing at High Sierra. I'm sure they'll reappear someday. But these 2 awesome like masks, full on clown. You put them on and you become this crazy clown. If I had that right now, I'd be wearing it, telling the story. So good. We bought 2 of the in auction. We won. But then I go over and I find a stack big enough to last me for life of. Now the original magazines I had were magazines with the ads for magic tricks were in the back of the book and some in the middle of the book. And it was just that. And the rest was all like magic tricks and cool stuff and stories and stuff. But they were all, it was Abbott's store and Abbott's magazine. So they were ads. This guy had these old catalogs. I can even show you old catalogs of just for Abbott's that were all those ads, but just thick books that were all ads, all the ads, none of the tricks, none of the magazine filler. And I bought a stack like this. I got enough of these to last me forever, for the rest of my life. I'll show you one of the catalogs. Hold on. I wish I could find in the back storage there. I definitely have what I have left of the magazines too, and there's still a lot of gold in those hills. But all the catalogs I got are like that thick, and they're not really as cool as the other. I gotta say, the ones from the 40s, the paper's brown, worn. The ink looks a little different, but I mean, it's just Come on. Stuff like that. Oh my God, it's so cool. All right, now we'll watch the video. I forget what's even in this video. This is the song that I wrote. Oh my God, I could tell this story till morning. I wrote this song in the hotel. It's a really, really great story, but I'm not even going to do it. But I could tell this story till morning. We got a vase. We got a piece of rope. You put the rope in the vase. Tell the little guy, hold on. He holds on. You tell the little guy, don't let go. Oh my God. And you tell the guy, give it back. Then you hand it to your friend and let him try to do it. All right, let's see what this... I don't remember this video at all, but I know it's Colin, Michigan, the song I wrote in the room, and the record we made on a webcast with the people watching it.
That's the best laugh I had all day. They're sitting there sucking their thumbs. But no, did you do one run away?
You?
Well, who was
They're
it?
really
Well,
creepy.
there was some comics.
Chad would
Anyhow,
love them.
Go give me $10 for both of these. Okay, I got $10 going once, twice. Any other bids?
11.
11. Once, twice.
So creepy.
$11 going once,
Chad loved
twice.
it.
Sold. $11 over there. Okay.
I accidentally mute it when she goes, they're really creepy. Anyone that knows me knows that I've had a lifelong love of prestidigitation, also known as sleight of hand magic. The first trick I ever did was when I was 9 years old, and it involved a lemon. Many years later, I was at a magician's yard sale, and I came upon this box full of old magic magazines from the 1930s and 40s that was put out by a company called Abbott's
Oh no,
Magic
I tell
Novelty
the story in the
Company,
video. I did not
located in
remember
Colon,
that.
Michigan. Fell in love with the artwork so
I'll fast
much
forward
I
if
started
we have
making
to.
these boxes and selling them on my
There
merch
they are,
table
though. Check it out.
way
See what I'm
before the
saying?
fiasco even started. Well, during the 4-month spontaneous tour of America that was Hippie Fiasco Rides Again, it came to my attention that not only did the Abbott's Magic Company still exist, but they were about to hold their annual convention. So a detour was in order. I talked Chad and Liz into it, and we made the trek. And what started out as a weekend outing soon became a week-long immersion into this little town that calls itself the magic capital of the world. Not only did we find out about the rich magic history of the town, but we actually unearthed a little bit of a scandal between the two huge magic stores located in this tiny little town. So Abbott's only competition here in Colon, Michigan is actually being funded by the offspring of Percy Abbott himself. Now I know that story is a lot more interesting than I am getting out of people.
Have you been into Abbott's shop yet? Surprise.
So are you comfortable talking about the other store?
Not really. Can't say anything good, don't say anything at all.
Right, I mean, because yeah, it's so fascinating.
Yeah, it is amazing, but
you know, but now we've learned to live with each other, and now we have formed a connection, and realizing that two heads are better than one, and that we can do twice as much damage. In other words, we can get twice as many people to come in here and create a destination point again.
Right.
there's not that. In a town of 1,000 people, why do you need 2 outlets to get a sign out?
And it's even more interesting because of their support from Percy's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really super interesting.
Okay.
Not you. For a little while there, the Fiasco webcast took on this air of young, roving Geraldo Rivera report. It really added a new dimension to what we were doing. Town of 1,200, 2 big, significant magic stores.
I just watched everything that you did with Greg Gordon.
Oh, you did?
I'll start doing that all from making phone back. What are you doing? You on the internet? I'm like, no, I'm watching these guys. So I'm like, following you guys.
Did you see the moment where we had to mute?
Yes, I was like, why didn't you turn my thing off?
We're getting the inside scoop here in Colon. We got the cheapest hotel we could find, and we got lucky on this one. It wasn't too bad, and the folks that ran the place sort of took a liking to us, I guess you could say. Spent 2 more days for $100 in a microwave.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get a microwave?
I just did a magic trick for her. Really made home out of that place as we explored the magic capital of the world. And it was also on that bed there in that hotel room where I wrote "Trying to Catch Me a Jesus." Hey, Danya.
What's the...
Aaron trying to catch me, Jesus. Lord is
Too damn smooth.
Lord is too damn smooth. Trying to catch me, Jesus.
Tide Mikey, don't you think I'm busy enough without getting all these assignments from you? I'm trying to catch me a Jesus.
Yeah. Catch me, Jesus. Damn, that man is smooth. Trying to catch me, Jesus. In this motel room. There's a Bible on the nightstand. Shadows on the bathroom wall. Trying to catch me, Jesus. Don't come when I call. Just take her. Grandma got her a Jesus. Worn around her neck like pearl. Granddad called him a Jesus. Found him in the wall. I'm trying to catch me a Jesus. Like those that can't be fooled. Slicks and leaves. I'm under covers now with a flashlight, trying not to breathe. I'm trying to catch me a Jesus. They say he can set me free. Jesus.
do it like that.
Whoa.
And
so crazy. No way. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, if any of you just saw this, that was real.
And the world really is magic.
Aw, so sweet. Okay, so in the chat I hear someone needs some advice. Let's see. My husband is trying to record in our garage right now. Good move. I'd say, first of all, good move going to the garage. Yes. Bathroom, garage. There's a reason we sing in the shower. It's not because we think no one's watching. It's because it sounds amazing in there. So that's a good start. You know, if he has, I could. Why don't we open up the phone lines, the face chat lines? Should I sing first or open up the face chat lines? We could just get your husband in here. We could talk face to face instead of cryptically. I'll tell you what. I'll sing. Anybody that wants to. Especially get your husband to go to this link on a laptop or something. If you're on a phone, it's probably easier to download the app Whereby, WHERE by BY. Downloads in 2 seconds, and then type this into it. Or you can just click on a computer and it'll open in a browser. Give it access. Just say yes to everything it asks. It won't ask you for your personal information at all. It just wants access to your microphone and to your camera and stuff like that. It's a good app. Trust good company. So no worries there. And here I'll go into the chat and post the link that I'm speaking of. Now, technically, anybody can click on this link and pop up in here. Hey, Rob, thanks for sharing the cast. Subscribe. All right, here's my... Oh, my goodness, I haven't done Rubber Ball in a long time. Mind if I put some weird effects on it? There's the link. Anybody that wants to come in and chat. We tried to get to 12 last night and didn't quite get to 12. Oh, Keelan. I mean, not... wait, who did I just see? It passed away. There's a friend that just signed in that is the best at teaching how to record stuff of anybody I know. He actually has a YouTube channel. Lewin Behringer. He has a whole YouTube channel teaching people how to record and how to use GarageBand and things like that. So you guys could meet each other right now in what's the name of the room again? It's oh wait. I put the wrong link in. Oh, we'll just use that one. We'll just use that one. It's https whereby.com/afiasco. Hey, Lewin. Yes.
Hey!
It's already working. Look at that. Hold on a second.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Isn't this cool? Anybody can use this app for absolutely free, too. You go to the website, and it says, what do you want to call your room? You just name it. You don't have to give them any of your info. You just be like, you can just be like, my room, and immediately it opens up, and you can share that link with 3 other people, and they'll all just show up in the browser right there, and everybody's just talking to each other completely for free. You're really loud.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Marissa, this is my friend Marissa.
Hi.
Hey, Marissa, welcome to the show. Are you guys under quarantine up there too? Where you're Philadelphia?
Yeah, we are, and yes, we are.
It's not like it's not state. You don't have to be, but everybody's just sort of doing it voluntarily. It's just.
Well, I mean, like everybody, yeah, they closed everything, so it's like.
Oh right.
I
Yeah.
go out. I mean, I go like walk the dog, ride the motorcycle, or whatever. But otherwise, I'm at home.
Right. Right. Well, hey, hold on for a second. So, Amy, if your husband signs into this chat right here, Lewin and him can talk back and forth, and Lewin, I guarantee you can answer any question that your husband might have in regards to recording in the garage.
Oh yeah.
For real.
I literally think
But wait, say that again.
Understand under? Are we
Oh, okay. Understand under.
I want to roll like Jelly Roll Morton.
Yeah, baby.
Well, Emerson.
All right, I'm gonna try both requests. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I have 2 requests now. I'm gonna. Oh, look at this. We got people coming in. Anybody wants to come in? Come on in. Whereby.com/afiasco. But when Amy's husband gets in here, we have to focus on helping him. That's the goal. So I'm gonna. Oh, you do? Well, good night, buddy. I'm going to. Oh, I don't even know how I can mute
First
this.
day work
I don't.
tomorrow.
All right, you got this. You got this.
What do you do? He has an essential job.
All right, now. Can you guys still hear each other? I just muted you on my end, but can you hear each other still? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go sing these 2 requests. I'll come back. Oh wait, here we go. We got it. Yeah. Hey, Superman.
What's up? How you guys doing?
See, that's going to be a problem, though, because if I'm in the middle of singing a song and someone comes in, y'all are all going to start talking with each other, and 2 of you will be unmuted. So I'll have to come back, but I'll just keep this window open. I'm going to mute you. You all can talk amongst yourselves, I think, right? Am I getting that right? Nod your head, Jeff. I'm going to mute you and then talk to Lewin. All right, now you talk to Lewin. Y'all can still hear each other. Yes, okay. Right? I am a rubber ball aiming for the sky. If I give the ground my all, no need to wonder why. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. I am a rubber ball, can never say I do. 'Cause anything I'm falling for, I'm bound to fall the other way too. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. Ball, you bottom for a dime. All I know is the harder I hit the bottom, the higher I fly. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball.
about to hit the ground. They can't see my smile at all, but I'm just upside down. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. No need to be too good to be true. Let me do as I do. Of course, I'm bouncing off the wall. I'm a rubber ball. Nice. All right, one more, and then I guess no husband advice. Maybe he can't get in. Boy, there's a lot of words to remember here. I just want to play like Jelly Roll Morton, ride like Waldo Emerson, sing like Odetta, say, give me liberty like Patrick Henry. I just want to escape like Houdini on the very last breath. I want to fly straight as an arrow, crooked sparrow. I want to swallow fire, I want to paint the town red. I want to understand under, hold the whole world up over my head. I want to die in battle, grow old with a wife, catch every kind of fish. Lord, I'd give anything if I could play the fiddle. I want to know the recipe for every dish. I want to bust some moves on the dance floor. I want to sit in the back of the smoky-ass debaucher's den. I want to live to be 120, tell wondrous tales to my great-great-grandchildren. Yeah. I want to be a stand-up comedian. I want to start a new twist in philosophy. I want to be a cowboy and an Indian. I want to be an E.E. Cummings apostrophe. I want to be fluent in every language. I want to be a painter next Abby Hoffman. I want to be the mayor of my hometown in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I got to get there more often. I want to take the plunge to the depths of madness. I want to sit in the clear like a Buddhist monk. But then I want to turn the tables like Jesus and cross all borders in a smuggler's trunk. I want to write code like a rogue programmer. I want to sell potions on the side of the street. I want to survive some grisly summer, learning which berries are safe to eat. Wait, hold on, let me unmute you, Lewin, let me unmute you. Keep it going, keep it going. This is good. Take me out, buddy, take me out. Pretty loud, it's pretty loud, pretty loud. Here we go. So I guess he didn't make it in, did he? Oh.
That guy only knew.
Why is your mic so loud? What are you using? Your phone? Ah, gotcha. Ah. You got this. Yeah, a little bit better. Could you go even further? Sounded good. Sounded good. Oh, okay. So I'm seeing Amy's in the chat here. You know, there was a shot in the dark. I figured it wouldn't work, but it was worth a shot. Get him in here for some good. He can't make it right now. He's in deep. He's in the middle of the project. He's already in there. But yeah, feel free to fire away any questions if you want to put them in the chat. If you want to check out, you know, probably go to Lewin's channel. Are you still doing GarageBand and Beyond all as much? Like, I just got back on Facebook, so I've been seriously out of the loop. I just got back on Facebook because of the quarantine. Wait. So Lewin started doing this thing where since way before I left Facebook, which was a long time ago now. It seems like it was like way last year at some point, but he had taken to writing and recording and making a video all for one song once a week. Every Monday he would drop it, all written, recorded, and the video made. And I'm so glad to hear you're still doing it. It's got to be hard. I'm 75. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Do you have a goal, or you just can't stop now? Right. Okay. Right.
I mean, it's sort of funny for you of all people to ask me that question.
Yeah, but we had a goal. I'm a goal-oriented dude. We
when I remember talking to you about this, it was like at the three-sided pole festival.
Oh wow. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't. Yeah, but it wouldn't have been that. That was a different era altogether. That was back in New Mexico.
Yeah, well, that's when you and I had this conversation that I remember. That was
okay.
resonated with me so much. I mean, it's the one where I was like, "How do you write the words that you write?" And you like, you know how you practice taking mandolin solos? And I was like, "Yeah." You were like, "Well, I practice writing words." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes
Right. 10,000 hours.
I mean, how much do you write? And you were like, I write a new song every day. And I was like, wow, that is like an incredible thought to me. So I just remember thinking, like, if I could get to like one a week,
yeah.
Hey, close to that even more level.
I hope it won't break your heart or anything, but I don't write a song a day anymore.
Well, no. I mean, of course it would. That's what happens. I would be like, really? Because now that I've done 75, it makes me understand, like, when I listen to Paul McCartney music, it makes me understand his music so much more. And why when interviews be like, he'll be like, you know, the band will be like, oh, we should play this song or this song or this song. And he'll be like, how does that one go? And then he'll play it and he'll be like, oh, that's pretty clever. You know, like, whoever wrote this like really knows what he's doing kind of thing. And not to, like, I'm not equal to Paul McCartney, but I understand this, like...
Oh, I know what you mean. You start recording often. Every record, you start to be like, oh, gosh, I sort of see how they did that in a beautiful way. Yeah.
Yeah, they just crank them out, and they just... The thing that I learned was that I don't know if I'm writing a good song or a bad song. Like, I just write a song, and when I think they're awful, like usually if I'm afraid of releasing something and I'll release it, people are like, this is the best song you've ever written.
Right. It's mysterious, huh?
Yeah. It's super mysterious.
I can't intend to write any kind of song. I can't even really intend to write a song about something in particular. I find that extremely difficult. It either pops out of nowhere like an animal in the wild, and I'm just a hunter and lucky. I'm more about developing my eyes for spotting them in the wild than I am for like creating anything from nothing.
Oh yeah. Hey, buddy.
And then once you spot one in the wild like that, then your job as a songwriter is just to catch it, see the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sometimes they just take off and disappear, and you never see them again. Well, you saw it. Oh, that was a good song right there. Just
Right.
I don't even. There it goes.
I remember hearing Arlo. I went to an Arlo Guthrie show, and he was talking about songwriting, and he was like, he's like, I feel like writing a song is like casting a line into a river, and then occasionally, like you pull one out, and you're like, ooh,
Right.
I'll keep that one. That one is edible. That one's good. And then he was like, I just wish I wasn't downstream of Bob Dylan.
Didn't get a bite all day.
He's like, hey, Bob, could you throw a few back in for the rest of us?
So what do you to carry that metaphor a little further? What do you think that is throwing your line in the water? What is? I mean, it's. I guess the easy answer would be just like what strumming a chord and opening your mouth and seeing what happens, or what is throwing your line in the water?
I mean, I think it's just. I mean, it's another way you could say that is like just like taking your chance to just write a song and just let it be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're casting a line, it's like I'm just throwing this worm out into the water, and whatever I pull back is what I pull back.
Right. Right.
Do I do it or not? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think for sure that's it. It's like, do I take the risk to even write the thing and see it all the way through? I mean, I have a folder of unfinished songs, and I was looking at it the other day, and it has 23 of them in there. I was like, 23 unfinished songs and 75 that are out. Like, yeah, I understand songwriting in a much different way now.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And doing it to like the full production level, because it's not just me and the guitar, right? It's me and the bass or the keyboard or the mandolin or the whatever. Yeah, it's the thing.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I had to geek out there for a second. I think I realized why you were distorting a little bit on my end. I think it was my fault. I have so many apps going right now that's like routing the audio from different apps into the webcast. And I have 3 apps going right now, and 2 of them are just dedicated to routing. And for some reason, right now you're coming through Google Chrome. I think I maybe have this room open in 2 different windows, the app and the browser or something. I might be doubling you up. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, I turned it
Baby
down
steps.
again.
Baby steps.
On my end, I just looked at the input volume, and it's going up by itself.
It's just so weird. I came in here to cut down, and I was like, "Oh, Google Chrome's on. I don't need that." And I cut it on, and I lost you. And I was like, "What is going on?" Oh, okay. So it's all getting routed in some weird way. I'll figure it out. Baby steps. Baby steps. So how are you? Are you keeping your spirits up pretty early in? Or is there any news from?
My dad died last week.
Oh my goodness.
So like
just unrelated.
Yeah, totally unrelated.
Right.
And it's just so I have that to deal with on top of.
Right. It must be tough not being able to be with a lot of people too to mourn, reminisce, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Here you go. Here's the heaviest thing ever. Process it all by yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
Process it locked in your apartment. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Marissa comes over.
That's good. That's good. Do y'all have rules? Are you nervous about like do y'all have different attitude? Because I think it's funny when especially partners that might have 2 different attitudes about this whole thing. Like the husband's like, I'm going out, and the wife is terrified, or vice versa. I bet there's some fights in households these days, some heated arguments about like, no, you are not going down to that thing, or you're not coming back in this house.
Stop taking it so seriously.
Right.
I mean, that's the conversation.
There's not fights about going out or not, because there's nowhere to go.
Right. There's nowhere to go anyways. Right. Yeah. They made that decision easier for sure.
She entertains all my conspiracy theories about like I don't really buy it. Like the numbers don't more.
It doesn't add up.
More people go to Coachella than have the coronavirus. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
More people die from hunger. More people die from whatever, tobacco or whatever. Right?
Yeah,
and
but
suddenly we're all on fucking lockdown.
yeah, but
And
that's not that doesn't necessarily make sense either because tobacco's been around forever. So what are you
right,
suggesting should be done? Are you just saying that people die, so we shouldn't prevent preventable diseases?
yeah, you've known this one. You've known this one kills us, and yet you're like, eh.
I can sort of see all sides of it. I'm definitely
Trying to
sheltered
figure
in
out.
place personally. And
I'm trying.
I would be I'm a little annoyed at the at some people that aren't taking it as seriously as I think they should, just because it makes my life more
Right.
difficult. But that's a little bit selfish. But I got my grandmother that I'm worried about, and
Yeah.
I'm sort of afraid to shake my friend's hand because like I don't know whose hand he shook and what their attitude about the whole thing is. And someone that's nonchalant, I mean, I don't really necessarily mind them feeling that way. At the same time, I don't feel like any of us should have to come into contact with anything that they've touched,
No,
which is a tough one.
I understand like that like the chain of events that like can make you contracted, but I also sort of I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean,
I think it's like I've been trying to figure out like is it another like separate us tactic or is you know what I mean like like the bipartisan politics and
But those kind of conspiracy theories, although I do love them, believe me,
I love
I don't believe in any of them, but the way I handle every conspiracy theory I've ever come across, and this is the honest truth. Typically, this is the curve. I start out, bless my heart. I hear a conspiracy theory and I'm like, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. Of course, absolutely. I'm a full-on believer. And usually you're first exposed to a theory by someone that believes in it, so they're good at telling their story. If the first time you hear we might not have gone to the moon, it's by someone that thinks we didn't go to the moon, and they have a long list of evidence for this. And you get to the end of the story, and you're just like, oh my God, we didn't go to the moon. We really, there's no way we went to the moon. Look, that's proof we didn't go to the moon. And so every conspiracy theory, I start out full on believer. And I actually like that about myself. Some people give me grief for that, but I mean, it makes sense to me. I think a lot of conspiracies are closer to the truth than the truth will ever be. But then I start researching and I start studying it on myself. And every single time I end up basically back where I started, but maybe with a couple of interesting questions I didn't have before, a couple of mysteries that linger, for sure, for sure.
I know exactly what you're talking about, that like circular nature of the research, like how it takes you back to like nothing. But I mean, again, this is coming from a system of like controlled information. And I also I forgot I had another thing to say, but I totally forgot.
But a lot of those, I also know that like most conspiracy theories that have like if they start out with they are fill in the blank, they are trying to control us, they are trying to divide us, they are trying to control like that. Most of those are just sort of the same thing. It's sort of like you're looking at the system and personifying it. I mean, the system is a very powerful thing that preserves and promotes itself. And it's like a manufacturing consent. Chomsky's book isn't necessarily about this cabal. It's just the way things work. Everybody has everything has a self-interest, and that self-interest, when it becomes systemic, when it becomes imperial, when it becomes all these things, they're powerful forces, and they are, their preservation is often our demise. And so it's really makes a lot of sense why it would seem so weird to us. Like, what are they doing? They're poisoning us. They're spraying stuff on us to make us stupid.
Florida in the water, chemtrails in the air.
Absolutely. It's sort of true. Every single one is sort of true in some weird way. William Blake said, anything possible to be believed is an image of truth. And there's just something there. I mean, we don't know anything about parallel multi dimensions, parallel universes. Like, we don't know what we're tapping into when we have these revelations, these eureka moments. You can't just throw it all away.
No.
But on the other hand, we can do our own research. and come full circle and be like, okay, I'm back to where I don't know anything. I don't know. I just don't know. Who knows? The more I know, I don't know. Oh, you muted yourself. I saw you do it. I watched you do it. Are you who muted someone? They're muting Lewin. They're muting him.
I think it's a big cash grab for the stock market, and at the same time,
But they're losing so much money.
No, it's a great time to buy stock.
Well, that's good for us. That's good for us. You should be buying stock right now instead of.
I am buying stock.
Right.
But
it's not good for the powerful companies that are going way down in value.
They're fine. What it has stopped is the exchange of stocks, right? So people aren't buying and or selling stocks.
Right. They even closed the floor down, right?
It does determine the value of the stock, but does that determine the value of the company as an overall? No.
Right.
So does the company continue to work? Yes. Do the employees still have jobs? In some cases, yes. So what's happening is that in the market is that people just are not exchanging shares of companies like they were a week ago, 2 weeks ago. That's all that's happening.
Right.
So we're back to a level of 1987. Okay, fine.
Right.
It'll come back. The thing will come back. It's a great time to buy. Like anybody who's like in the market, like this is like everybody's like we're buying like crazy.
But you did start out that rant with they are doing it to control the market in some way. So who's they?
Well, that's the big question, right? Who is that? That's the question.
I didn't do it.
No, it's a great way to control shit. I mean, maybe there's 20 people on this thing who are like, we need to get rid of all those small airlines because they're killing the big airlines. All right, you can come into our club.
Does that mean that?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck all those small airline companies are killing us, and all these like little things that are growing up right now. They're like, fuck it. They won't survive the storm. We will, and we're sick of the competition.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you think the airline industry started the coronavirus? Is that breaking news here on Hippie Fiasco Rides Again? I tell you what, I never much cared for United. I'll go on the record. I mean, they have treated my guitar so rough so many times, and they're so mean to me. They always act like I'm trying to get away with something when I'm trying to get on there with my guitar, and they've broken a lot of friends' instruments, and I don't know, United and me. So
well, I think they might be like one of the like many companies that are all in on this. Like people are stockpiling guns. People are stockpiling.
Well, how do we get in on it?
Oh, Nathan, you and I are not part of that.
We can't get in on it.
No, they don't think about you and me. They're on a whole other level.
But I can make curry. How do we get it? I can make a mean curry. How do we get in on this? Come on, I got value.
Yeah, not to the quotable them. Not so much.
So what's your name again? I forgot. What's her name? Marissa. So what do you think about these theories?
Well, I don't really think that hard about them.
Well, that's probably wise. Probably wise.
Probably smart. It's not nice. It's like, but here's my thing that I said to you the other day. It like sort of, anytime the sheep start flocking, I get a little worried. Like, and I tend to stand, like, personally, I've just noticed this as a trend in my life, like that I tend to like if all the sheep are flocking into a big old ball in the middle of the field, I tend to stand a little bit outside of that flock.
Where have you seen it before?
I mean, most of my examples are like traveling examples. So like going through customs. Like I remember going through customs in JFK one time.
So when people
And
are like funneled into like being herded when their direction.
on this one line, and it was this long ass line, and like there was a security guard like, this line is open, and everybody was like, and I was the only person. I was the only person who was like, that line's open. He was like, yeah. And so I used this line. I went all like zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Got the security, went through, and I turned around. I was like, the line is open. And nobody got into the fucking line. The
That's a good
sheep
point.
all stayed together. The
Right.
sheep all stayed together and took the fucking punishment.
Right.
There was another time in another airport. I was in Munich, and it was like all the people were going in through one door to go up one set of stairs. And I was like walking by, and I was like, there's a door to an escalator going to the same exact place. I was the only person out of like 200 some odd. I left the line and I got on the escalator and I got to customs first.
Yeah, but you could, but at the same time. Now, what if you said like, I was walking down the street and this car fell on this baby, and like 20 people all ran to lift up that car, and I was like, oh my God, now the bike lane's open and I got where I was going faster. Now you're a dick. Same analogy.
No, it's not the same.
No, okay, sorry, I tried.
That is not the same analogy.
No, but maybe it's a little bit, because you're comparing like people collectively doing something all at the same time together, for good or for bad. Like I know there's bad examples of that. I mean, there's so many terrible examples of that. But there's also an example of sheep where like our grandparents' stories they'll tell about World War II, where all the sheep buckled down and made this country survive in their own way and did what they could. And the women went to work in the factories and the men all went to war. And I mean, it was, they were sheep in some respect, but at the same time, they were surviving and collectively and
I think different times, different circumstances.
Well, it's always changing.
And I think they've learned how to control the flock in a different way.
Who's they?
That's the question.
No, it's not.
The Rothschilds.
It's not
the people who really control shit.
Right, the kings and queens, the court.
We will never know their names.
No, it's I'm not buying that. I think you're right in a way, but you're at the same time you're simplifying something that's incredibly complicated in a way that I don't know is healthy necessarily. It might be a good song, but I'm not exactly sure about if it's a good practical applicable philosophy necessarily, because I really think the things that we're up against are sort of nameable and surmountable on some level, and at the same time unnameable and unsurmountable. But the parts of thing, I mean, that's like death itself. I mean, we're all gonna die, and it's not, and they aren't trying to kill us. I mean, I don't know. Some things are unsurmountable, and it is true that, I mean, there's so many ways that we get controlled. There's so many. I mean, we live in systems, and the systems can break down or can force us to behave in weird ways, and we
it could all be a simulation.
I know, and we definitely have to resist in so many ways all the time. I definitely understand that, but at the same time, when we start saying they, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. When you're young, you have to say they.
I'm not young.
I know, but I know. But I understand it. I just think of like young. I don't know. Stand-up comedians that I've loved and songwriters and stuff that I've loved. I was a skate punk. I was purple-haired, jumping off Coke machine skate punk, wanting to bring it all down, and I learned so much through like exploring so many different radical philosophies and embracing all kinds of different takes on the world or something. It can be extremely healthy.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I think as artists, as musicians, we're the biggest fucking threat to the system that there is. I mean, you personally know, like, what it's been like to watch the music scene go
But
from like original bands are the cool thing to like, oh, I'm in a tribute band,
right.
right? Like, I don't want to knock those guys. I get it; they're trying to work and make money, but like at the same time, like musicians, we have the power to assemble people in great mass and send out a message in an extremely profound way that is absolutely terrifying to them.
Absolutely. To them.
Right?
Them. You mean Van Morrison's band in the 60s? Them? They were
Yeah.
good. They were really good. No, I hear it.
Hey,
No, I hear you. And I really think that
they
that's
don't want us, so they like glorified sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Like make them sick, make them high, make them drunk. Right? They've done everything they could to like eliminate.
Oh, so you think they glorified sex, drugs, and rock and roll? We didn't do that?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I
they did
that was
that.
a systemic thing. Yeah.
Interesting theory. We'll have to
Yeah.
talk. We'll talk more about that one.
I love that one.
I can see that going some interesting places.
Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're the creative thinkers. Like when I'm like always high and drunk and shit, like I don't fucking dream. That can't be good for my creative process.
Right. Right.
It cannot be good for my creative process if I don't dream.
Right.
But now I've learned how to turn it into like a machine, so I can do it. But still, it's not good for my creative process.
Right.
It can't be. And I think like having an STD, bad for business. Being drunk all the time, bad for business. You're not going to write profound songs. You're not going to pay attention to what's going on. You're gonna be drunk, sick, and high the whole time.
Yeah, but that's still like a commodification of something. I mean, inebriation has had its glorious aspect from the first time somebody that could barely speak drank a fermented juice.
Well, I mean, if you go back in time, remember when they were like it was good to be fat and drunk, and that was like a sign of luxury, right? They glorified that.
Right.
Well, what's the result of that? You die and you can't fucking pay attention. If the people in power back then were thinking the same thing, like get rid of the people who are smart enough to get to that level.
Right.
We need to get rid of those people. So like make them fat, make them drunk, and they'll go away.
So they did this to me. That's what you're saying. That none of this is my fault.
No, not my fault. Of anybody that I know, like
I bear no personal responsibility.
Jeff Tweedy is famous and sitting pretty, and you're not. There's no reason that like Dawes is.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how I feel about tobacco and the stories I could tell about tobacco.
And, like, for me personally, like the fact that like as a musician, as a songwriter, that you never like you haven't. Me too. You of so many, not that many people deserved that chance to be at that level, and it's
Wait a second. Are you telling me I'm not at that level?
Well, you're not.
This just in, folks. Breaking news here on Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. I'm not nearly as huge as I think I am, unless we're talking the waistline, and those are pounds put on me by the man. Yep.
No, man,
I tell you what, my world is shattering with every word you say. I mean, you're just
you haven't gotten the fucking attention that you just genuinely deserve.
Oh, I don't know if that's true. That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. No one deserves.
I'm not trying to be anything but honest.
Well,
I just wish that like so many of your songs have made me so happy over the fucking 25 years that I've known your songs. Like, yeah.
I tend to feel blessed way beyond what I deserve.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
I don't think, even if I had gotten like famous or something, I think it would have been terrible for me. I think it would have.
Right.
I think I would have been really bad at it. I think I would have taken advantage of it. I don't think I was ever a big enough person to bear that kind of responsibility.
That's a huge thing to say.
And
you got to that level.
But maybe I could handle it, in the future.
I bet you could.
Whenever I think of Mark Twain, I think of this old man with white hair. and a leaping frog.
I wish there were some pictures.
I wouldn't mind going down. Maybe in 200 years, when someone looks up Nathan Moore, the one picture of me is going to be this Walt Whitman. You know, you don't think of a young Walt Whitman. No one thinks of a young Bukowski. No.
I have thought that there are not many young pictures of Mark Twain.
Yeah. You mean Sam? Oh, Sammy?
Not many.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I love you, man. Thanks for playing along.
Did I hurt your feelings?
No, not at all. Come on, I'm not really that fragile.
All right, but I just don't want you to like go away being like, "Wow, that was so rude."
No, no, not at all. No, I
like
look. You know me, and I know you, and I know what you were trying to say, and I appreciate it. There are a few songs I wrote that I think deserve more than I do. For sure, I'm very proud. Very,
really good way to put it.
Very proud of them. I'm very proud of some of those for sure.
For example.
Oh no! I can't do that to the other ones. They all have feelings. They all just want to play. They all just want to come out and play with
What
us.
is your favorite kid? Yeah, I get it. Right.
Sophie's choice.
Are you
No, you did not hurt my feelings at all. Thanks for playing along, and we'll do this again soon.
I hope so.
Yeah,
well,
man.
thank you.
Yeah,
love you, man.
Love you too. Good night.
Yeah, here in Coronaville.
Yeah.
Wasted away in Coronaville.
Oh goodness.
The Heineken virus.
The Heineken virus.
Yeah, that's what I coined it.
All right. Have a good night, man.
Be good night. Be good night.
I wake up so early in the morning. You might not like talking to me. I need coffee just to be able to make coffee. I wake up like a cat up in a tree. Some folks rise and start shining. They're all ready to seize the day. As long as they keep their distance, everything just might be okay. I wake up so early in the morning. I wake up so early in the morning. You might want to head for the hills. I wake homeless with a toothache. I wake fired with a stack of bills. It's my chance to be bitter, and there's plenty to be bitter about. I wake wise to the wicked ways of the world, and I snarl and I grimace and pout. I wake up so early in the morning. Let's not disagree. I got a feeling something's coming to shed its grace on me. And pretty soon I'll be laughing. Call it faith, call it a hunch. But I know magic happens, usually sometime around lunch. But I wake up so early in the morning. got a whiskey and a ciggy for my kitty, Lord. It's hard to keep my pussy clean. Look, I know you stole my Snickers, I can see it on your whiskers. Come on, kitty, don't be so mean. Oh, no, not again. Oh, no, I just wanna go to bed. Are you a narcissistic nihilist or a masochistic stylist? Always preening, going me, out. But that's just life on the road. Can't stay, we gotta go. So come out from behind that water heater now. Oh no, can we just be friends? Don't worry, you'll find true love again. Have a heart, can't you see you're killing art? You're just like old couples and babes. Oh kitty, don't be a drag, just get in the back. We haven't left yet and we're already late. Oh no, now where'd she go? Gypsy, come home. Gypsy, come home. Gypsy, come home. Gypsy, come home. Go get it. Get it. Get that thing. It's looking at you funny. Get that ibex. The little thing on the stairs, that's her, either her best buddy or her arch rival. Thanks for entertaining us, Pip. Oh yeah, get it. It's looking at you funny. I think it just said something. It just called you something. Huh? Go get all right, now. That's our kitty cam here at Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. Thank you, Pip. All right, well, it's time to find a leaving song, I do believe. What a fun night. Thanks for tuning in. We got more parts for the songs. I just saw, I got a new verse for the folk song that we're writing that goes like this. Everybody should write a verse to this. Not alone.
Shout out the windows and pick up the phone, raise a glass to each other from the comfort of home. We may be apart, we're not alone. We've traveled this world, we've done we've all been picked up when we needed a hand. Well, we've been knocked down and we've taken a stand.
What chord is that? Did Caitlin use that? Here's Caitlin's version. Love that line. Maybe apart, never alone. from the comfort of home. We may be apart, but we're never alone. Maybe apart, but we're never alone. So good. Okay, so we got to write more verses for that. We'll probably have enough time to make that the longest song ever. Maybe that we can set a record for the longest song with verses ever, the most verses ever of a song. Probably some record we can break. All right, we got to find a leaving song. There's a request in the chat that is a very... Oh, wait. Jordan, speak of the devil. Speak of the angel. B7 E minor. One of these days I'm going to get this sound actually dialed in. So many buttons. Too many buttons. But when they work, they're awesome little buttons. This technology is insane. It still is. It still blows me away that we can do any of this. All right. I'll try some version of this song, but it won't be the leaving song because I won't do it good enough justice. So this can't be the leaving song. Oh, I should try that. We may be apart, but we're never alone. Shout out the windows, pick up the phone. Here's a glass to our friends from the comfort of home. We may be apart, but we're never alone. Oh, wait, I forget what y'all do there. Hey, Jordan, is that backwards line yours? Backwards in the way that time flies? Is that you? We may be apart, we're never alone. We shout out the window, pick up the phone, raise a glass to our friends from the comfort of home. We may be apart, we're not alone. Shut out the windows and pick up our phone, raise a glass to our friends from the comfort of home. We may be apart, but we're not alone. Starting to get it. Oh, she wrote that whole verse. Sweet. I really like your verse too. I don't know if you've heard, I've talked about this song a lot, but I really like that one version you do where you talk about you've been knocked down, and I think you say, or I imagined it, for taking, you leave this nice little pause, and then you say, for taking a stand. I like that better than just like getting knocked down, taking a stand, or something like that. For taking a stand. Oh, yeah, I really like that. All right, a leaving song. There's a challenge in the chat. Now, this won't be the leaving song. This is a song of mine I'm going to butcher because I have a lot of these songs I wrote after I stopped touring, and it's it's not easy because, you know, back when I toured, you'd write a song and then you play it every night. And you come up with these different ways of doing things, and you commit it deeply to memory and all this stuff, you know. And playing them every night would sort of weed out the good ones and the bad ones. Lou and I were talking about what's a good song and a bad song, and playing them live was always the best way to find out the answer to that elusive question, seeing how people reacted to them. But it is difficult when you're not touring to know, A, if it's a good song or a bad song, B, how the second verse goes. What was it again? Oh my goodness. But I can cheat. I think I got the words here. But knowing how it goes and performing it well, there's all kinds of factors that are going to make this not the leaving song. So, but let's see what happens. I think we can break a world record with this song. The longest song ever written by the most people ever write a song together. The longest recording of a folk song, or the longest folk song. I mean, there's so many records we could go for. I need a new soapbox. My old one broke. Did I get too heavy? Or was the old one a joke? I was pointing my finger, thinking no one could see. If they was looking where I was pointing, they weren't looking at me. I was right about the moon, though. I was wrong about the heart. Couldn't see my shadow. I was living in the dark. Glad I didn't make it big. Whoa, they would have called that art. And then I wouldn't have had this fresh start. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. I'm glad the Lord has mercy. I'm glad the world has mercy. Now I need a new suit, one you'd wear to a ball, not in front of a judge or to a funeral. No, one that fits right and lets me breathe. You can make it bright white. I'll be keeping it clean. I just keep on thinking of that poor pioneer. Made it all the way to the coast, paced till he built a pier. He kept on building till he couldn't touch down. But that poor pioneer, he sank and drowned. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Oh, absolutely. And I'm just glad the world has beauty. I'm just glad the world has beauty. Isn't life so strange? Like living in a circus where lions tamed
are singing in the chorus. I changed my name, wound up in a forest, all riddled with shame. I'd done none of it for us. I'd probably been wicked if I had been king, or made unseeable by some magic ring. I'm not saying I'm evil, I don't even think I'm mean, but even ordinary men might have to be redeemed. Oh, I'm glad I never won the lottery. Could I be corrupted? Absolutely. I'm glad I'm not the only. Glad I'm not the only. Good request. Oh, I enjoyed playing that. It was a challenge, but thank you for asking for that. Still not convinced it was the Leaving song though. Fritz, love you so much. Good to see you. You stay safe. Yeah, out in California, they're really under a lot more stress than we are. I mean, we're all in this together for sure, and we're all doing what we can. And I'm hunkered down too. But and it's pretty amazing how far and wide people are just trying to come together collectively and beat this thing. And it's definitely going to get weird. It's already weird, and it's going to get weirder. There's talk about not allowing the farmers market to happen. It's sort of weird, because they're not going to shut down the Walmart or the Kroger. That would they can't do that, but they can shut down the farmers market. That's tough stuff. The only positive way I can view that, I always try to find the optimistic way of looking at it, and I'm like, well, maybe they're protecting our local farmers because they know how important, because those are people that have accumulated knowledge that is vital to our community, and so maybe they're trying to protect the local farmers. Who's they, Nathan? Keep it creepy. Maybe this will be the Leaving song. All right, wait. He said thanks for keeping it weird. You had to say that, didn't you? Oh, God. You said it. What I can't tell you is what I can't show you, and why I can't hold you is why I can't sleep, and who I can turn to is who never knew you. I'm not tired of counting sheep. Love is a poison, head straight for the heart. Promises are better than secrets to keep. There ain't no cure for broken. I'm not tired of counting sheep. You're on the ceiling, I'm on the bed. I don't wanna fall too deep. Son, if you're feeling like rising, go ahead. I'm not tired of counting sheep. I'll go for days till I'm gone from eyes, and I won't come back until I'm out of reach. I won't rest, not until I know the number. I'm not tired of counting sheep. 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 That felt like a leaving song. That was a good leaving song. That was a perfect leaving song. If there was a big kill switch right here, I would have just finished leaning back and gone, good night. But there's not. And I set up these lights. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. And thanks for encouraging me to keep it weird there, Andrew. That was a good motivator. You should be a weird motivational speaker. You can motivate people to be weirder. I think the world needs that. And there might be, might be some good money in it. A weird motivational speaker. Here, that'd be a great. Hopefully, eventually, Hippie Fiasco Rides Again will someday grow up and be the sketch comedy it was always meant to be. And we're back. Hey, Rob, check this out. I meant to do this while we were watching the video, but it's right here, always. I gotta make this part of my set design. Oh, you can't see it there. Oh, goodness. Oh, his red side. I'll find a place to hang this. That looks about perfect.
Oh no, it's hard to. Everything has a place. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Baby steps. Okay. Your puppeteer hands behind me at High Sierra is my profile pic at the moment. Figure it was. Oh, I just remembered I haven't found my A harmonica still from 2 nights ago, or from last night. There goes that idea I just had for a leaving song. I do. Oh my God, I still have the drop. I do have the drop. Oh, oh, I'm gonna have to wake up early tomorrow. I got stuff to do. That would be a fun backdrop, though. Well, you wait till you hear the version of Dear Puppeteer that's on my new record that you won't even recognize it. We did some really fun versions of songs on this record that Brian Elijah Smith is producing. He's a young, hot, genius producer that just blows my mind how he gets the sounds he gets. Super inspiring. On one hand, I'm learning a lot from him, and on the other hand, I'm learning a lot how I'll never be that good at mix. It drives me crazy, you know? It's just like playing guitar with Brad Barr or something. You're just like, okay, yeah. Well, I'll just find one thing I can do. Even on guitar, I'll stick to that one thing I can do. Wow, you guys are making me sweat in quarantine. That's really good. I should sweat as much as possible. I know that's hard to come by. I've gotten awful good at sitting over the years. So this just compounds that whole situation. Dear Puppeteer with the panda, with the panda head. We know the panda now has a role. We discovered it today, my wife and I, and and the panda now is a character on the show. So I don't want to ruin that for the kids, you know. And they see me just playing with it like it's a head that anybody can put on. They'll be bawling. They'll be curled up crying. What's wrong? Oh my God. Game Bear isn't really a thing. Who's Game Bear? Wow, that was really, really cool. Really, really cool. All right, well, what should we do now? I guess we could always... Oh, you know what that means, kids. It's time. It's time to play a game. Oh, and here comes the Game Bear with the game box. All right, thank you so much. What kind of game do we have today? Oh, my goodness. Connect 4! Yes! Oh, I love this game. Connect 4. Okay, we need somebody out there willing to play with me a game of Connect 4. Well, I hate to say it. Andy Gadiel did log into the face chat room, and we played a pretty ruthless game of Connect 4. And for all those that bet on me, I know a lot of people out there had a lot of money on me to win that because I was talking a big game last night. And I'm so sorry to have let you down like that. I mean... And I even, I talked to Andy before and told him to throw the match because there were people out there that it was this whole thing we were trying to do to help people out. And I don't know if he got greedy or if he accidentally won. I still can't quite figure it out. But something happened there. It all went wrong. And yeah, I got one in the loss column for sure. And it still tears me up. It's going to be a little hard to sleep after that tonight. But there will be another day, and we'll figure out how to make it right in the end. All right, leaving song. We're looking for a leaving song. What was it? I saw one. What was the idea in the chat? Oh, Dear Puppeteer with the head on. Right. See what I'm saying? Now it's a Game Bear. You can't just go and run around with a severed Game Bear's head now. kids all love Game Bear. I can't wait to. I think one of the Game Bear games is good. I keep trying to think of what kind of games can be in the box that the Game Bear brings. We have a bingo set, with a thing that spins and it spits out little balls with letters and numbers. So I'm thinking, all right, here's something let's split. You guys, we're late night. We're just hanging out. We're just relaxing. We can do a little bit of proof of concept here without all the hoopla. You're like, oh, how was that a dress rehearsal for this? But I'm curious if it's actually feasible. And the winner will win something when we really do it. We're going to win like a download or something cool. We'll figure it out. All right, now here's how it works. Sorry for those that wanted to hear another song. I was ready to. I was in the pocket, right? We had the lights. What happened? I started talking about Game Bear. Okay, this is the bingo board right here. So what I want everybody to do is write in the chat. I want you to pick a number and put it in the chat. So you could be like I-18 or N-38 or O. You got to pick one of these in that order and write it now in the chat. And then I'm going to start spinning the balls. And then whoever yells bingo first will win. But then we can scroll back in the chat to see whether or not they're lying. You see what I'm saying? So you're on the record in the chat just by picking the number. So everybody go ahead and pick one. If you're B, it has to be, 1 through 15, I 16 through 30. I'm reading it all backwards. N 31 through 45, G 46 to 60, O from 61 to 75. All right. Oh, good. We got some numbers popping up in the chat now. You're going to win something. You're going to win the satisfaction of winning. What's better than winning? There's really, I don't even know what I could possibly give you that would be any better than winning. All right, we need the box. Okay. Oh, we're gonna need let's see. I don't even know how this works. All right, what do we need? We need some like classical music. We need some classical music. Here, maybe I can put this on its side. That was good for Connect 4, but... Oh yeah, that's sort of gold right there. I have to figure out how this machine even works. Oh, hey, they just come out. It just works. All right, hold on. We need like some classical music or something. Need some. Oh, I might not have the right hard drive hooked up. From the old Revolution Radio days. Here, this might work. Okay, here we go, folks. Everybody, fill out your cards. Fill out your cards. It's anybody's game, and the first letter is I, 22. I, 22. All right. Next letter. I, 29. I, 29. O, 71. O, 71. I, 26. I, 26. N, 44. N, 44. That's what I would have picked. Oh! Oh my gosh. It fell onto the floor in the dark. Sorry for yelling in the microphone. But what if that's the winner? I could never live with myself. I gotta find this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I found what seems to be an old macadamia nut. That was close. God. Oh, that thing could have gone anywhere. It's a ball, for criminy sake. All right, well, I'll tell you what. If you don't win, you're completely entitled to feel robbed. You'd be like, I know that was mine. I absolutely, the whole thing's a damn ripoff. I know that was my number. Hit the floor. I saw it. I could see it. You can pause the frame. Check it out. Like, zoom in. You see that? Oh, I'm sorry. I just did that to you. You should have won. You know that was yours. Here we go. Oh, 72. Oh, 72. No bingo yet. No bingo yet. This will only take 2 seconds if we have 100 people doing it. G, 50. G, 50. Oh, really? Rob says bingo. Which one? Which one was it? Oh, I think somebody already confirmed it. All we need is somebody that's in the chat that can scroll better than I can here to confirm it. As long as someone else in the chat confirms it, Rob, you are the big winner and you've won. And for winning, you win winning. Isn't that amazing? There's nothing I could give you better than winning. I guarantee you. Unless, unless it's, something delicious to eat. I'm going to cook you dinner. I think concept proved. Proof of concept. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, stop it. Did we find a leave? Aren't we looking for a leaving song? What are we doing? That's my jam. That's what I said. That was my phrase tonight. Out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from, who I got it from. Suddenly I was just like, that's my jam. It's right, because so many awesome parts have been coming in for the songs that we're making together. If you're just tuning in, we've been doing all kinds of stuff. everything we can think of, we're doing from the confines, comforts of home. And one thing is there's tracks on the website, nathansland.com, for people to play to at home, send in the parts, and we mix them in right here. We got a new violin part that just came in for Come Over today from Chris Lynch. Here you go, check this out. This is one of the songs we're working on. We're working on one of mine so far called Come Over. I sort of wish I'd sung it in D now, but maybe it's not too late. We'll see how it all goes. But we also have one of Willie T. Taylor's songs called Wild Buckskin. It's just a vocal take. I recorded him on his tenor guitar in the bathroom on Jam Cruise. And now we're all playing to it. We got an amazing organ part for it yesterday. Somebody sent in a bass part. So we're making music together here on the cast. And check. We got like on Come Over, my song yesterday. I still haven't got my brain around how to tie it all together, but we got so much good, juicy parts sent in for Come Over. We got a felt piano part, some crying feedback guitars from Brad Barr. Chris Lynch sent in some violins today. It'll be our leaving song. Maybe I'm off the clock. Maybe I can clock out and just hang out. Uh-oh. It froze up there for a second, didn't it? I just saw a window I'd never seen before. All right. We are testing the boundaries. We are pushing at the edges. We're looking for the bubble. We want the bubble. Got to pop a lot of bubbles to find the right one. Maybe this is the leaving song. Wait, you know what? I should probably... I'm starting to catch up with my mind in terms of how all this stuff works. It's very frustrating being so far behind it sometimes. All the colored parts were sent in. Oh, and I forgot right before we left this last, we had just gotten a part tonight during this show from Nathan Clark. I'm just remembering that, this guitar part down here. Right.
Say things, the things you do, that sound you make, the way you move, reckon I'll be begging in a day or two for you to come over.
I gotta bounce the new version for the website.
Sometimes nothing, never more. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pack? Cover me, and I will get you back.
I'll save it for you, Rob.
When you come over,
Ah. Woo! Love it.
I live just across town, 2,000 miles. When you get here, we can just walk a while, or sit out on the rooftop and smoke and smile. When you come over, hey, on the way, could you pick me up a pie? Cover me, and I will get you back.
Come over.
When you come over,
Doesn't that smell amazing? Oh my God. It smells so good. Love you all. See you tomorrow.